for another book haul. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new, my name is Katie and I have my April book haul for you today. I think I have roughly the same amount of books as there are days in April. And I always feel like I have to preface this, the birds are agreeing, that I full-heartedly believe there's a difference between book reading and book buying, okay? And I am a gold medalist when it comes to book buying. I just love the feeling of going to a bookstore or going on Amazon, picking out a book, having it come to my house. It's just a dopamine rush. So with anything that's a dopamine rush, you continue to do it. It's my money. I am a single, hardworking lady, and I can do this for myself. So if you don't enjoy book hauls, or if you're like too much consumerism, please don't watch. But if you do love book hauls as much as I do, this is the stack. This is the stack. And if you're asking, Katie, it's May 11th. Do you already have a stack for May started? I can't answer that, but yeah, I do. Anyway, let's just get into it. I did put Post-its on the notes so I could kind of remember what each book's about, because you know me, sometimes I don't know. And just so you guys know, I did not buy all these books for myself. I am a part of gifting groups on Instagram, so we exchange, we give each other stuff off our wish list, so I don't buy all these myself. And that's it. I'm not going to explain myself anymore to you guys. Okay. It's too much. So we're going to start with this pile. Okay. Oh, are these the ones? Yeah, okay. So all these I did buy myself. So I was out thrifting, so they weren't even full price, so and my sister found all these books for me, okay? They were all romances, and when I opened every single one of them, they were all signed. It was a good, and I didn't even see that until I got home, because I didn't even open it. I just looked at the cover, and I was like, oh, it looks good, let's just get it. Okay. Anyway, we're going to start with the first one. I got to take the note off here. Okay. This is No Reservations by Stephanie Rose. And then, again, these Post-its are going to be a lifesaver. We've got A Slow Burn, Second Chance, A Broken but Lovable Swoon-Worthy Hero. Look, do you need to know anything else? No, you're just getting the tropes with what these books are about. And it is signed. I've never read a Stephanie Rose, so if you have, let me know. But Second Chances haven't always been my jam, but I'm coming around to them. They're not bad. They're just not like the first things I gravitate towards, but we're going to see. Okay. The next book is Besotted by Dr. Rebecca Sharp. I actually think this is book 3 in the Carmel Cove series. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is like a special edition cover, because I looked online and the cover's different. Again, it's signed. And the tropes for this is enemies to lovers. It's Eve and Miles, and it's unrequited. Wait. She falls head... All right, so I did read a little bit of it. I had to read what it was about to write the notes. So she falls first, and she falls hard. And he's like, no. Like, he is just like, back away, psycho. I don't know if he says that, but you know. So it's definitely she falls first. But enemies to lovers is my favorite trope. So I've never read Rebecca Sharp. We're going to see. I've heard other people like her, so we're going to give it a shot. And then from there... this one is called Chicks Man, and it's by J.D. Hollyfield. Again, so, am I lying? No, it is signed. And all I know from this, all this like synopsis gave was brother's best friend. So that's the trope for that one. It's brother's best friend or best friend's little sister. However you want to look at it, it goes both ways. So there's that one. This one is by Lacey Black. And it is called Pants on Fire. It is not matte, but we're not going to hold it against her. Signed. And the tropes was, okay, so this is about Cricket and Ruben. This is the ex's former roommate. So she is set to go back to her alma mater and give a speech. And when she's at the airport, she runs into Ruben. And Ruben always had a thing for her, but couldn't say anything because of the roommate. And when they get to the school, she runs into her ex. And he assumes they're dating, her and Ruben, so they just continue up the farce. So it's a fake relationship, so they are fake dating. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to lead to real dating. It's just how it goes. And then the last book that I got while thrifting was Semi-Sweet on You by Erin Nicholas. And again, it was signed. Cute. I guess this is book 1 in the Applebee series. No, it's not. It's book 4. This is Hot Cakes book 4. And for this one, we've got a second chance rom-com. She broke his heart, and now he is her boss. And it's by Whitney and Cam. So there we go. Second chance, but he's the boss. So it's also like workplace romance. Okay. Cute. I was just excited that I actually found books thrifting that were like interesting to me. Even though I didn't really read them, I was just like, I'll take them. That's just how I roll. Okay. Next pile. Oh, shoot. Okay. Next is a thriller. So I've been just randomly collecting Frida McFadden books here lately. So I just like got them all. So the next one, I don't have them all, but I'm kidding there. We've got One by One, and this one is kind of like, and then there were none, I kind of feel like. So they're all supposed to be going, so it's these couples, and they're supposed to be going camping in the woods. Well, they get lost in the woods, and then one by one, you got it, everyone starts dying off. So I've only read one other book by her, which was The Housemaid, but I enjoyed it enough to where I wanted to just buy all the books. So that's what I've been doing. It's fine. It's fine. From there, I was gifted books 2 and 3 in the Forked series. I think this is the Forked. No, it's not Forked series. I know, maybe it is the Forked series by Melanie Harlow. I can't remember. So book 2 is... No, this is not the Forked series because book 2 is Forked. You dummy. I don't remember what this one is. It's fine. So this is about the covers though. Stunning. So this is Coco and Nick. This is a second chance. And there's a road trip involved. And if I'm not mistaken, is it a chef? Is he a chef? He's a celebrity chef. And she needs to work with him for like an event that she's planning or something. And there's a road trip involved. So that's cute. I already have book 1. It's somewhere here. And then book 3 is Floored. Oh, this is the French series. That's why I keep putting... I put it on the note. It's the French series. Dear Lord. Each book is a different friend. 3 is Floored. Whew. It's Saturday morning. Give me a break. This one is Aaron and Charlie. This is a dance teacher and a cop. And that's all I put down because I don't think the synopsis gave me too much else about it. Oh, right. I remember now. Okay. Her house gets robbed. The first cop on the scene is none other than her former bully next door. Are we catching? Are we catching what's going down? We should. Sounds great. Okay, I love Melanie Harlow books, so I know it's going to be a good time, a small town time, but it's going to be a good time. I was then gifted Landon and Shay Part 2 by Brittany C. Cherry. Well, it's just Brittany Cherry now. And this book is following where Part 1 left off, so I really can't say. I think Part 1 is in high school, and there's a bet going on about who can make the other fall in love first. And I guess Part 1 doesn't end with an HEA. And then Part 2, we get a time jump. I don't know how many years. All I put was it has a time jump. That was really very nice of me to not put anything else, but I guess it would be spoilery, so... But just know this is part 2 of that duet. From there, we've got The Edens, book 5, which is Crimson River, which means I should only need Sable Peak. And I should have them all. Have you started reading them yet? No, I haven't, but I will have them all when that time comes. So this is small town suspense, and I think, is she the officer? Or no. He's the officer. Right. It's all coming back to me now. I remember. So she's out in the woods, and she comes across this man that's like covered in blood, and like he attacks her, and she's like, whoa, I'm just out living my life. And then this cop comes into town looking for a murderer. So is it related? We don't know. Probably, like I can probably tell you it's probably going to be, but we don't know until we read the book. And then I was gifted Tempt by Melanie Harlow, which I think is book 4 or 5 in the Cloverleaf Farms second generation. And this one is a wedding planner. The groom's father, who she hooks up with at the wedding, just so happens the groom was her ex. So this is an age gap, ex's daddy. And there's just nothing I love more than that. I honestly, there's something about the older daddies. Not my daddy, mind you. No. But other people's dads, yes. Okay, oh my gosh. So this has to be like my favorite books that I got in April. So I was gifted Hills of Shivers and Shadows. Why? Why is this book so big? It's fine. This is by Pam Godwin. This is a dark verse, or Why Choose? I think it's Why Choose romance. She gets kidnapped. So this is set in Alaska. She is married and she finds out she's pregnant. Doesn't know what she's going to do. And she gets kidnapped by this family of men. And that's all I know, because nobody will tell you anything about this book because there's too many spoilers. So that's all you know. That's all you really get to know going in, and that's all I want to know, because I have heard so many people be like, this book is so good, but I can't tell you anything because of spoilers, and I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to be spoiled. I just want to go in and be shocked. Like, this is not even a thriller. But if you can shock me in a romance book, I'm sold. I will buy all your books after. And I haven't read Pam Godwin yet, so should I start with that one? I'm probably going to, but is it the best one to start with? I don't know. Okay, next pile, we've got Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. These covers, I was like, at first, I was like, no, I hate cartoon covers. But now there's something about these covers I can get behind, because it just looks vintage. It looks vintage, and it doesn't look as cartoony as, like, other books, okay? So this one is Rebel Blue Ranch, Book 1. This is an older brother's best friend, small town cowboy. I do believe she's like a barrel racer or a horse racer or something. And there's an accident that happens and she just cannot go, like, she can't go on doing that. So she comes back to the small town, sees the dude, they start a thing, and he kind of helps her over that anxiety that she's been feeling. I've heard nothing but good things. We're going to give it a shot. You know, you can't go wrong. And then, oh gosh, okay. Next is Tempt Our Fate by Kat Singleton. I already read this book. I read this book, like, was it last year? Can't be this year. It had to have been last year. This is book 2 in is it Sutter Mountain? It's Sutter, right? It's not Sutton. No, it's Sutton. I'm done. Sutton Mountain series. And this one we're following Pippa and Camden. So she is the sister from the hero in book 1. And he is is he a billionaire? I think he's a billionaire. He comes into town. He, like, sells art. And he happens to buy the empty lot, like the empty building beside her bakery that she wanted to expand into. Can't now. So she makes it her mission to kind of, like, teach him the ways of the small town, go and show him all, like, what small towns have to offer. And in the premise of that, we are going to fall in love. And it's a great small town. Loved it. The banter is great. Steamy times are great. It's a great time. Did I tell you it was great? Because it was. Okay. Next we've got 2 thrillers. It's fine. If you're not here for the thrillers, you can watch anyway. So we've got Such a Lovely Family by Aggie Blum Thompson. Never read a book by this person in my life. But it was the cover. The cover spoke to me because it was pink and it had flowers and it had just a little drop of blood. Classy, right? Totally classy. So this book is following. So this is like an affluential family, you know the type. There is a murder at the party of the Calhoun family, okay? And the Calhoun family ends up being the suspects, and each child, there's just something going on with each child. 1 is the black sheep of the family. 2 is he's just a father trying to protect his child. And then 3, she is an influencer, and she's like oblivious to her husband and the bad guy that he is. So don't know how that involves with the murder, but I'm excited. Anytime I can get like a domestic thriller, like a whodunit type of thing, it's a good time for me. And then April's book of the month, I chose 2. So I chose The Darling Girls by Sally Hepworth. I have still not read a book by this author, but I have like 5 or 6 of her books. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's fine. So this is another murder mystery. So this is about 3 foster girls who were all taken into this one home when they were younger. And I can't remember the woman's name that took them in, but she ends up dying, and the place where they were living goes up for sale. And when it's sold, there is a body that is found on the premises. Is it the woman that brought them in? I don't know. But they are now kind of being called back in. Oh, so I did put that down. Foster mother found dead. So was it them? More than likely, it's probably not going to be. There's going to be a twist. But nonetheless, I'm excited to eventually read it. And then from there, we've got Just for the Summer. I'm not going to tell you what this is about because every single person under the sun has already read this book, I feel like. This is by Abby Jimenez, and here I am, and I'm going to tell you what it's about. So basically, the hero and the heroine of this book feel like they're cursed. Anytime they date someone and break up, that person then finds the love of their life. And she is on Reddit, and she comes across the guy's post talking about this. And she's like, whoa, wait. That is me. And they start talking, and they're like, well, what if we date each other? And then that can cancel out the curse, and then we'll find our true loves after. So that's what they do. But you know what's going to happen. They're meant for each other. So I hear it's also very emotional. It packs a punch. I still haven't read anything by that author, but that is a theme, I feel like, at this channel anymore. There's just so many authors and so little time. But I can buy a book like no one's business. Okay, next stack is the first book is Stay With Me Now by Casey Rose. So what was I was it an email or something from BookBub or something about like a free book? So I got this on Kindle, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to want to read this and like annotate it or highlight it or something. So I got the physical. This is a time travel rock star romance. So our heroine is from 2009, right? Yes. She gets sent back to 1957. I don't know how. And she meets, I don't want to say he's like Elvis, but he's a rock star. And we, in our time, know that he dies of like an untimely death. Like he dies when he's young. So she meets him, falls in love with him. So it's like, can she save him? Can she not? Is she going to stay? I don't know. But the reviews sounded really good. Haven't read anything by Casey Rose, but I'm willing to give it a shot if I can find like a really good favorite new book. Oh, okay. So going from a nice book to Hawk by Jessie Hall. So this one, get my little note. I pretty much know what this one is, but this is about our heroine, and she's got a boyfriend. And the boyfriend's friend, Hawk, is getting out of jail and needs a place to stay. So the boyfriend's like, he's going to stay with us. And if I were him or her, I'd be like, excuse me? But okay. He comes and stays. And then that's when stuff starts happening. So there is cheating in this. Again, haven't read Jessie Hall, but I do own this, and I do own That Sick Love. And I was meant to read that, and I haven't yet. So maybe I'll start with this one first, because maybe it's not, a cult type thing. We'll see. Either way, I'm just excited to have it. And that's the premise of all my book hauls, is I'm excited to have them. Okay, next we've got River Wild by Samantha Tao. So this one, I really do need the note for this one, guys. Okay, so they are neighbors. That is right. It's all coming back. As soon as I see the note, I'm like, yes, I read about this. So she is pregnant. She comes to this small town, and they become neighbors. He is broody and moody and nasty until he helps her save this dog. And then she sees that, oh, maybe he's not always like this. And they start this kind of relationship. But I guess it's Pregnant Without His Kid book. So, never read one of those, but maybe I'll like it. Again, haven't read from this author, but like I said, I'm always willing to give an author a shot. And a lot of my books are by people I've never read before, and I still like them. Okay, next we've got Southern Storms by Brittany Cherry. This is a book 1 in the Compass series. So each book is like, well, this is south, but like north, south, east, west, yeah. So this one is a troubled heroine moves to a small town, hits it off with the hero, who is the black sheep of the town. And there is talk about trauma and healing in this. So I'm sure it's going to be emotional, as are a lot of Brittany Cherry books. And I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it, just as I have the other books that I've read by her. And then I've got Blame It on the Champagne by Fiona Cole. I actually have this book in a special edition that I got from Dark and Quirky or Last Chapter, but it was one of those. But this is a billionaire romance, and it's also a marriage of convenience. They get married in Vegas. She works for him. That's all I really know. Book 1 in the Blame It on the Alcohol series. So we're going to see. I have read Fiona Cole, so I do know I like her writing. So I'm already ahead when it comes to that. Okay, the last stack of books. Okay, we've got Unpredictable by Jenna Hartley. This is book 3. Book 3 in the Love in LA series. This is an age gap. Oh, right. It's all coming back. Oh my God, these Post-it notes are amazing. Okay, so she's the event planner. He's the father of the bride. So it's age gap. It's a little bit like, mixing business with pleasure. But I have all 3. I have all the books so far in the series, but I haven't read them. It's fine. But yeah, I'm excited. I will eventually get to them. There's just so many and so few of me. Okay, it's just a thing. Next is Madam by Sarah Kate. I had to get this because it was the last in the series, and I own all the other books. So I had to get it. So this one, oh my gosh, what is her name? Eden. Whew, it totally slipped my mind. So this is book 6 in the Salacious Players Club series. This is following Eden. She is like a madam, she's like and we've gotten little snippets of her in all the other books before, but this one is following her story, and it's her teaching this couple just some lessons in, seduction and everything like that. And then what starts off as a couple kind of turns into a throuple, and no one's mad about that. So there's also a lot of stuff going on with Eden that you don't really know until this book, and I don't want to say anything because it's spoilers, but I needed it to finish off the series, and now I have them all. And then I've got The Spark by Vi Keeland. It's not matte. It's going to glare. And in this book, we are following the heroine and the hero. They are both at the airport. She takes his luggage, and he takes hers. And they call, and they're like, hey, can we meet up to exchange? And they do, and there's like an instant spark. Hence why it's called The Spark. And then there's a 1 year... So there's an instant spark. They have like a one night thing, I think, or it's like a few nights, and then she leaves. And there's a 1 year time jump. And he gets a new job, and she is dating his boss. And he's going to be like, what the heck, lady? You just ghosted me. So I'm excited. That sounds good. I have read Vi Keeland before and enjoy her books. And then for myself, I had to buy the next book in the Cottonwood Cove series by Laura Pavlov. This is On the Shore. This is an NFL player and a reporter who hates him because he believes, well, she believes that he got her fired for doing something during like a press conference or something. And he then thinks that she is stalking him because he just shows up at this town, but this town is her hometown. And she's like, buddy, slow your roll. I live here. This is my hometown. You need to shut up. And so there is going to be a relationship that forms from being enemies to then lovers. It's short and sweet, like okay. Next, we've got Spiced Right by Gigi Templeton. So this book is a second chance romance We are following the heroine, who is a reclusive podcaster, and she podcasts about her hybrid chilies, her chili peppers that she has in her greenhouse. I don't know about you, but that just sounds amazing to me. I'm like, okay, hybrid chili peppers. And her ex is a YouTuber who has like a barbecue channel. So her producer is like, hey, you need to collab. So they do like a little podcast, and then they want like a bigger collaboration where she has to go to like the farm where he owns like this ranch / farm, and they want to have like a series. So she goes back, and that's where the relationship is going to rekindle. But I do believe this is book 1. I think there's 2 in like a little duet, but it's following someone else, which it just sounds cute. Like hybrid chili peppers, come on. And then we've got Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I hate, like, okay, I love the cover's pink and I love it, but I love the person cover more, and she's not putting that out. And that saddens me because I would buy that cover. Like, people, you don't want, like, publishers, you're not watching, but if you ever watch me, just know that people will buy covers with the people on them. I'm that people. Like, I love, if it's photographed right and it's just a, oh, and that cover, so gorgeous, and I'm so upset. But we're not, we're gonna breathe. We're gonna breathe, and we're gonna talk about Rose Hill book 1. So this is the new book in her Rose Hill series. This is a best friend's little sister, billionaire romance. He's always kind of had a thing for her, but you know, off limits. And he just finds out that he is a father. So about 12, 13 years ago, he donated, and he donated, you know, and the little girl's father just died, and her mother's going through a very hard time. So she's going somewhere to get some help, and she shows up at his doorstep to like say, hey, I'm your daughter. So it's like a little unrealistic, but it's okay because it's a book and that can happen. So I enjoy Elsie Silver. I'm sure I'll enjoy this. I've heard nothing but greatness already from other people. Okay, next, the second to last book, My Dark Desire by Parker S. Huntington and L.J. Shen. This is book 2 in the Dark Prince Road series. So this one is a Cinderella retelling. The first book was Romeo and Juliet retelling. This is a Grumpy and Grumpy. They are both grumps. A broken billionaire and a feisty maid. That's all I really know. And that's all I need to know. It's fun. Like, the cover though, oh, the cover is gorgeous. And then the last book in this haul, goodness gracious, if you've been here, well, 30 minutes. Wow. Okay. So I bought a blind date with a book, and I chose the Why Choose emotional book. So that was Give Me Peace by M.K. Harper. She's a big book. So basically, this is a Why Choose emotional dark romance where the heroine gets kidnapped when she's younger, and these men, these group of men, help to bring her back. I think she's gone for 4 or 5 years, and when she gets back, they kind of take her under their wing, and there's relationships that start with each one of them. The reviews on this are very like up and down. There are some nice high 5 stars, and then there are some low 1 stars. And the people that are 1 low stars, I don't think really enjoy dark romances or didn't get the point. Because they like, you know, they're going to help her get some peace by doing some stuff to the people. And I'm pretty sure it's the sheriff that took her from the town. So that sounds amazing. So I'm actually doing this in a vlog. I started the vlog, but I haven't finished it because I haven't started reading yet. Yeah, okay. That's it. Those are the books. This is a long video, and I apologize. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you've read any of these books, let me know down below your thoughts. No spoilers, please. Or if you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know that you were here, because engagement really does help. Anytime you like or comment, it helps get my video out to more viewers. You can leave me the book pile emoji, because I have 2 of them sitting right here. But if you're new and enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. I would love for you to stick around. My social media is linked down below, my Goodreads and my Instagram, if you want to stay a little bit behind the scenes or up to date with day to day and what I'm reading, you can click on those down below. But I hope you guys are having a great day or evening, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.